Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Andriy Ushitsky, and I'm a program assistant at America House Cave. As you guys know, Thanksgiving is 2 days away. In case you didn't know this, well, that's the truth. Thanksgiving is this Thursday, and the day of turkey eating, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, and family gatherings is approaching with the speed of the light. However, there's a little secret. Thanksgiving is not only about food, because there is a tradition which is not that common and still is an essential part of celebrating Thanksgiving. And I'm talking about Turkey Trot. I do not know about you guys, but I heard about Turkey Trot not so long ago, and I'm not sure whether I fully understand what that is. So that's why we have our guest speaker today, Peter Galus. Peter, welcome. Thank you very much for coming.
Hey, no problem.
Who works at the public diplomacy section of the US Embassy in Ukraine, and he will tell us everything about Turkey Trot, its historical context, and how to properly celebrate it. So, if you have any questions, please share them in the comments section, and we will send them to Peter. And also, make sure you will have some space around you where you will be able to move freely, because we will have a short warm-up session that will help you to prepare for your further runs. So, without further ado, Peter, thank you very much for coming once again. Thank you so much for joining. And before we start discussing the topic of Turkey Trot, I really wonder, what does Thanksgiving mean to you personally? Is it about eating a turkey, or there's something more to it? And I also wonder whether you have your favorite Thanksgiving memory.
Thank you so much for that. Thanksgiving, when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of those early days in our country's history, before our Constitution, before our formations, when those early pioneers got on a ship and they went to Plymouth Rock. And they came at the wrong time of year in the wrong place, okay? Because they came to the East Coast where it was really cold, and they came next to winter. Had they come to California, it would have been a very different situation. But they went to the East Coast, and they didn't bring enough food supplies, and they were desperate. But they found help, and they found help from a stranger. And I always like that story because it reminds me of the true meaning of Thanksgiving, which is not just sort of a wonderful meal. Believe me, roast turkey is fabulous. I love it. Cranberry sauce and apples, and you finish it off with a pumpkin pie. It's wonderful. But the meaning is something more than just the food, which again I like. It's about sharing and coming together with family and friends, and being thankful. Just as those early pilgrims were thankful to those strangers, Native Indians, who gave them food, nourishment, shelter, and broke bread together. And I think that sort of spirit is what I remember, and that's what I like most. And so my favorite memories, of course, are family gatherings at home. Brothers, sisters, in-laws, and just a massive turkey. So in California, I grew up outside the San Francisco Bay Area, so Thanksgiving was not just about the food. I could get up in the morning, I could go play tennis, and often did, in my shorts. This time of year, you can't do that in Kiev. You could do that in California. And so great weather with physical exercise, and then you eat. You mentioned before I was a diplomat. It means I'm part of America's Foreign Service. And before coming to Ukraine, beautiful Ukraine, I worked in Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. And our embassy organized, guess what? A Turkey Trot. Wow. And I ran in that Turkey Trot. And you know what? I came in first place.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So we kind of talked about Turkey Trot and kind of like topped on the water, but what is exactly Turkey Trot? Could you please tell us?
What is a turkey trot?
Yeah.
So just imagine turkeys in a street.
Are there
right?
any turkeys involved in that marathon?
Look, Turkey Trot. So trot is sort of a gait. It's a walk, right? And turkeys have a funny walk, so Turkey Trot. But it started in upstate New York, in Buffalo, at the turn of the 20th century, when organizers of a local community organization wanted to do a charity event for society, for their community. And they wanted to do a run. And there was registration for the run, and you had to pay a fee to register for the run. And they took the fees and with the idea of giving it back to the community, some sort of charity. So it is a run. It is a run that takes place on Thanksgiving. As I mentioned before, I like Thanksgiving. The food's really good, especially if you know how to make a good turkey bird. It's a lot of calories, though, and it's a lot of fat. So a Thanksgiving meal can easily go north of 3,000 calories. That's a lot. And getting a little bit of exercise beforehand makes that meal go down a little bit easier. So they organized this event, and I think they had like 6 people. Again, upstate New York, it's cold this time of year. Who wants to come out and run? But anything for a good cause. Americans like good causes. We're very charitable people. We like philanthropy. But the idea took off. The idea of sort of this hard run, cold conditions, and then you earn your meal. And then you had a lot of these sort of turkey trots pop up all over the country. But yeah, it's not about turkeys running in the street. It's about people who are gathering for a good cause and to burn a few calories too.
So there are actually no turkey running next to you when you're doing this, right?
Yeah. So costumes are very popular.
Mm-hmm.
You could dress up as a turkey. Many people do. And and so the turkeys you have next to you will be like the oddball next, some guy who's in a suit who is, with birds and it's cute, and kids do it too. They might have like one live turkey there, to be quite frank, sort of as a mascot, sort of a symbol of the race sort of thing. Go up, you can pet him, can't eat him. He's sort of there for a purpose. He's working.
Okay. I know that you have prepared a presentation for us where you will discuss the historical context behind this celebration. Yeah. So I welcome you to our floor, and it's yours. So the floor is yours, basically.
Thank you, sir. All right. Hopefully everybody can see me well. So I'm going to talk to you today about the Thanksgiving and the Turkey Trot. And as we talked about earlier, Andre and I, Thanksgiving is America's favorite holiday. Tens of millions of people jump on the airplanes and they travel all across the country so they can gather at home and they can have this fine meal. But it's also a time to get out on the road and burn some calories. Americans are very health-conscious people. You may not know that, you may not think that, but we are. And the exercise craze has just been growing like this since the 70s. And running is a very popular way for Americans to burn calories. So let's jump into it. Whoa, that's a lot of words on the screen, but don't worry, I'm going to break it down for you, okay? So Turkey Trot is a foot race, right? People get out on the street and they burn calories, and they're not doing it necessarily for time. Distances are different. Typically, Turkey Trots are short foot races. In Dallas, I think they experimented with a marathon-style race, but few people were interested in that, and so they got rid of that. And now most races are between 5K and 10K kilometers. And they all happen on Thanksgiving. So I have some statistics which are old, but they're pre-COVID, so you know they're good. Okay, so 1 million Americans at least participated in a Turkey Trot foot race somewhere around the country. Okay, 1 million Americans. Before, guess what? 4th of July was the most popular time for a foot race. You want to know why? Good weather. Summertime. You don't have to go to work either. So really ideal conditions. But the idea of running during Thanksgiving, burning those calories before you ingest that huge meal, doing it for a cause, almost always these trots are associated with some sort of charity. Remember, Thanksgiving is about giving back. It's about being thankful for something, right? Americans love to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? I'm not talking about that turkey either. I'm talking about getting some exercise in and doing something good for your community. And that's what's made it the most popular race in America today. I got some great statistics on the screen if you want to read them yourselves, folks. Let's go on to the next slide. Whoa, look at all those turkeys. Okay, so back at the turn of the century, I think they did corral a bunch of turkeys and they ran them down the street. Okay. I don't know if they paid their entrance fees. That's a good question. Okay. But like I mentioned earlier, Turkey Trots have been going on for a while in America. Over 100 years. It's amazing. All right. Now, I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area. And one of the big races in my community is the Beta Breakers. And that race is a historical race. It's been going on for a long time. It started after the big earthquake in 1906, and it just grew and grew and grew. It starts in Golden Gate Park. It goes downtown. Beautiful run right by the Pacific coast, right? Tens of thousands of people come out. I thought it was the oldest race in the country. Guess what? I was wrong. Turkey Trots are older. So the Boston Marathon, even the Boston Marathon now has a Turkey Trot. But the marathon itself, right, the most prestigious marathon in America, okay, is not as old as the Turkey Trot. And if you're wondering, yes, I have ran in the Boston Marathon. Had a good time, too. Dallas, like I said, Dallas had a huge one. Dallas, they happen all over America. And Dallas, 20,000 people. That's common. That's common. 10, 15,000 people. It's nutty. And you're packed in there just like these turkeys are on the screen. Which one are you eating tonight? I'll tell you. So this is what I mean with running with a turkey, right? This is your turkey. Turkey is a way to reference an individual who's dressed up like a turkey and running. Yeah, there goes that turkey. So we got a turkey right here, and that's the guy you're running with, okay? Anyone can take part in this stuff. You could wear whatever you like. This guy put on a turkey suit, and he's not ashamed, he's not embarrassed. He's proud, and he's happy, and he's standing out, and people are taking pictures of him. You could do stuff like this at the Turkey Trot. Not very strenuous, not very arduous. It's about anyone can do it. No, you're out there to have fun, to burn some calories. You're not thinking about time. All right, so who's this turkey right here talking to you? All right, I've run in 6 marathons, by the way. I've never run in any marathon looking like that. I don't know how he does it, by the way. That's hard. You know, most runners are in shorts, right? Loose clothing, so they can move easily. This guy, they ain't doing that. But he's having fun. He's having fun. And that's what these Turkey Trots are about. And when you start getting into exercise, you have to always keep that in mind too. It's all about having fun. Because if it isn't fun, you ain't going to do it. And if you're not going to do it, then that turkey dinner really never goes away. All right, let's move on. We got another slide. Diet. It's kind of ironic I'm talking about diet when I'm also talking about turkey dinners and Thanksgiving and a huge meal. 3,000 calories, people. It's a lot. I'll probably do 5, maybe 6. But you have to keep in mind, for athletes, especially runners, you need to eat. Let me just pause. You need to eat. Diet and what you're eating is essential, right? So let me break it down like this. Carbohydrates and proteins. You want a carbo load before you go out and you start doing some intense cardiovascular activity. Carbo loading, and do it before, the day before, not 10 minutes before. That's going to be a disaster. You do it 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you get out there and trot. Don't eat before you exercise. You're going to cramp. You're going to stop. You're going to have pains. You're going to go off into the bush somewhere. It's not nice. Don't do it. The day before, you want to eat pastas, rice, potatoes. I like sweet potatoes myself. Yams, some people call them. The day before. Another type of food that you should be thinking about are, of course, proteins. I've run in 6 marathons. 3 half marathons, 3 full marathons. I did the Silicon Valley Marathon in San Jose, California. 1,600 runners, I was number 40. And then I did the Boston. And I was able to do that because, well, I trained and I had a proper diet. Carbohydrates before, proteins afterwards. After you eat your turkey, you're going to have a lot of protein. That's good. You're going to build those muscles. The day before you eat the turkey, have some pasta or some rice. I like rice a lot too. Okay, so diet. For all those thinking about doing a turkey trot, whether it's in downtown Kiev, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Dallas, Buffalo. Yeah, I know, they do it there too. Carbs before, protein after. Yeah, I guess you need to sleep too. Look, turkey trots, they're fun. This lady's having a good time, dressed up in costume. She's having a good time. She has a lot of energy. She's relaxed. The day before, she had her carbohydrates. But in the evening before, she slept. Sleeping is really important for the mind and the body to recover and prepare for the next day, for your races. For all those thinking about starting an exercise program, remember, sleep 7-8 hours a day. I say that because not everybody sleeps or sleeps well. 3-4 hours, they're waking up, they're going to the bathroom, they're drinking, they're eating. No. If you get serious into exercise, by the end of the day, you're going to be dead tired. You're going to go to sleep, believe me. You're going to get a good 7 hours, and you're going to need that rest to recuperate. One nice thing about exercise, many nice things about exercise, is that at the end of the day, you're tired, you want to sleep. And that sleep will help you eventually do your turkey trot. Stay right. Hey, there's another turkey. It's not me. So I just pulled a photograph off the internet. He's having a good time. Remember, you want to do your turkey trot for life. You want to, start exercising, get into shape, start to feel good, start to sleep normal, keep your weight down. You got to remember, no pain, no gain. And it's being regular and maintaining your physical fitness. It means every day getting out there and doing a little bit. Whether it's a jog around the block or going to the gym and jumping on the treadmills, the key is staying regular, being consistent. you want to exercise, you want to get into good shape, you got to do it regularly. It's not something that one day a year during your turkey trot you run out and you go and exercise. You're going to feel pain the next day, and you'll wish you never did it. But start slow and stay regular. All right. So now this is the part you've all been waiting for, okay?
Do you mind if another turkey joins you for this one?
Oh, I like turkey. More turkeys, the better. I told you I ordered a big one.
All right.
9 kilos.
All right.
I'm going to marinate it for 2 days. I'm going to cook it for 3 hours. I'm going to eat it for 5 days.
And remember
Okay.
forever.
Remember forever. Okay, so the first thing, you want to get your hands up in the air. Stretch it out. Side to side. Move those arms left and right. Bring them together. Open up the chest areas. When you run, you use a lot of chest muscles, okay? Neck, stretch out the neck. All these things. You got to be loose and ready to go. Good job, Andre. Okay.
Thank you.
The next thing you want to do is with your legs. Your quads are really important. So we're going to grab one leg. We're going to pull it back. Pull it back. Oh, yeah. You feel that? These are the quads. Why do they call them quads? Because there are 4 muscles there. Quads. Oh, yeah. Pull it back. You guys, I want to look at that bend. Yeah. All right. Got to maintain your balance. Let's do it with the other one, too. All right. Symmetry is really important. Push out. That felt good. Okay. What else are we doing? Okay, so we're going to do some leg pulls too. So again, more on the quads. You want to pull up the leg, just like that. Grab it at the knee. Grab it just above the ankle and pull up. Don't torque it. Don't torque it.
Sorry.
Just pull it straight up. Okay. That felt good. Do it to the other one. Slowly pull up. Perfect balance. Not really. What else did I have in there? So you want to swing the leg too. Swing it, loosen it up, loosen it up, loosen it up. You ready for some more? All right, let's do it. Let's swing it, swing it, swing it, swing it. Another thing I like to do some squats too. Again, it's good for the hamstrings, good for the quads, good for your brain. You hear that crack? Was that you or me?
I think it was me. I think it was me.
Up and down, up and down. Okay. Again with the neck. God, felt good. A little bit of running in place, yeah? All right, okay, so look. There are 2 theories on how to get started. The first one is stretching. You should do it. It's really important, and it'll protect you from injury, right? The other one is warming up, okay? There is stretching. There's stretching. Good, got to do it. It's important. The other way to get started, warm up. Just get moving. I like to start with a trot. Call it a turkey trot. First mile, I take it easy, just like this. Gets the blood going, focuses the brain, and then you're ready to go faster.
Right.
Well, I'm feeling good. What about you, Andre?
I'm ready to run a marathon.
Let's do turkey trot.
Should we go back to our seats?
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Um,
Well, Peter, I think that was the most perfect lecture on how to turkey trot, actually.
Thank you.
I think when this when the recording is going to be published, I'm just going to pass it on to all my friends and to the further generations, because I feel like it has to
Thank
be
you.
saved in a way. And
This is good. This is good. I'd conserve this one
and
for future generations. Yeah.
I'm actually wondering whether do you like to listen to music when you are running, or you're just that guy who listens to the breath and just enjoys in the moment?
So I'd say there are 2 types of runners: those who like to listen to music, and those who prefer the silence. For me, running is like meditation, right? It sort of helps me get my mind and my thoughts in order. It helps me calm down, relax. I can focus on breathing. I can focus on body movements. What I like to do when I run I like to hear the tap of my feet on the ground. And that rhythm helps calm me down and get myself into a good rhythm and speed. So there are people who like to listen to music. I don't do it. There are people who don't. That's me. Look, there's a third group, of course, that they like to, if they're running in a group, they talk, they chat, which is good. The problem is if you're talking while you're running, you're not running hard enough, right? You should be running at a pace where it's difficult for you to converse, right? You have enough oxygen going through you because you're moving your muscles at such an intense rate that it's hard for you to talk because you don't have the breath for it. Now, if you're having a conversation while you're running, you're not running fast enough.
And also, you talked about those two camps of people, one of them who prefer stretching, other who prefer warming up before the run. There are also two camps of people, I think, that prefer to run either in the morning or in the evenings. So to which camp do you belong?
It's a great question. I prefer running in the morning. You get up 6:30, you go out for a run. There's a lot to be said for running on an empty stomach, and that's what I do. So I don't drink coffee, I don't have breakfast, and I get out there on an empty stomach. And the science tells us that you'll actually burn more calories on an empty stomach than you would if you actually had a meal beforehand. So to maximize the fitness and the fitness benefit, calories burned, I do it on an empty stomach. And I do it in the morning, and I get it out of the way. And then the rest of my day is supercharged, right? I got energy the whole day. I usually don't even drink coffee. I don't need it. I had my run in the morning. It's an adrenaline rush.
Well, that's actually very surprising for me because I personally prefer running in the evenings because, this feeling when you're tired and you're just going to bed and you sleep very, very well. And some questions from our audiences, from our audience. There are a lot of vegetarians in our audience.
Really?
Yeah, and we're curious whether there are any vegetarian traditions that are connected with celebrating Thanksgiving that is not connected to turkey eating. So what you can do, how can you celebrate Thanksgiving without turkey?
The turkey for many families in America is the centerpiece. It's what you're coming to eat, right? But the meal is also a family gathering. You're coming to see people that you may not have seen all year because of work or school commitments or other family commitments. Nobody's really watching what you eat, right? It's more about what I'm eating, right? So if you want to have a vegetarian meal or just skip a bird, more and more people are doing that. There are more vegetarians, there are more vegans in the world. But they still enjoy Thanksgiving. They don't necessarily enjoy it eating traditional foods, but the opportunity and the time and the place to connect with people you haven't seen in a while is why they're coming out. And you make space for them too.
That's beautiful. That actually is beautiful. And I wonder also, are you planning on going turkey trotting in cave?
Yeah, I am actually. So look, you want to stay in shape? You want to feel good about yourself? You got to do this 5 or 6 days a week. And so, yeah, Thanksgiving is on a Thursday. I run on a Thursday. I'll be up at 6:30 in the morning and I'll go for a run. I won't be running with several hundred of my friends or with turkeys or anything like that. But yeah, before I chow on my bird Thursday evening, I'm going to go for a run. Yeah, I'm going to burn some calories. I'm going to feel good about it too. So that's my turkey trot. Yeah, I don't skip that stuff.
Yeah, and this is how you celebrate Thanksgiving in Ukraine. Beautiful. Thank you very much for joining us today. It was truly a blessing to have you here. We are very happy to have you. And thank you everybody for joining our event at America House Cave. Stay safe and celebrate Thanksgiving with your family and friends if it's possible. And we will see you in our further events. Thank you.